What up, people? Welcome to another video. We've obviously just been through Christmas and we received various gifts. We also gifted ourselves, so we thought we would share some of the new additions to the Brew Bros Brew House. You may notice we've got a beer on the go. This is an Evil Twin Milkshake IPA. More on that in a video coming very soon. So, just quickly before we get into the Christmas presents, let's talk about this new Sputnik we've got here.
Yeah, well, firstly, none of these were presents that were bought for me. These are all things that I've had to dip in my own pocket for. But anyway.
I can hear a violin playing somewhere.
Yeah. So yeah, this SS Brewtech 14 gallon.
You got that a couple of months ago, didn't you?
Yeah.
3 months ago?
Yeah, why not? Yeah, something like that. 3 months ago. 14 gallon SS Brewtech uni tank, really useful. I had the 17 gallon standard Brewmasters edition conical fermenter before, which was great. It served me really well. Brewed some incredible beers on it, obviously.
Disappointed how much it went for on eBay.
No, I'm glad.
They obviously don't know that was a famous fermenter.
It's made a fellow homebrewer very happy, which, yeah.
If they knew that was a famous YouTube fermenter, that would be 4 times the price.
Yeah, he probably knows now.
yeah, big time.
But yeah, so this is a big step up, quite a bit more money. But really, really happy with it. I've brewed on it only once so far.
Gamma Ray clone, wasn't it?
Gamma Ray clone, yeah, really happy with it. Yeah, which people involved in craft beer have differing opinions on Beavertown.
Since they sold out.
But a good beer is a very good beer. And I'm really happy with the result. And it's a recipe that was from before them selling out, so it's almost irrelevant anyway. And it doesn't benefit them.
All right, we get it. All right,
it. So here we go. So yeah, 14 gallon SS Brewtech Unitank. I've got loads more options with this. I can do a full-on pressure transfer. It can take up to 30 psi. I can add a spunding valve, which I do have, but I haven't yet used. I'm not going to use it all the time for certain beers like lagers. Friends when they come over, uneducated
heathens.
Yeah, always ask for a lager.
Philistines.
And it'd be nice to be able to brew a very decent lager.
Shout out to Mr. Broom.
Yeah, I mean it does a few other bits and pieces,
and it looks cool.
Yeah, we'll cover it in a bit more detail, I suppose, later on.
Stuff that looks cool is cool. Excellent. So the other, I guess the main addition that we've got, which we're really excited about, is the fact that we've got a Brewly ACS automatic canning sealer.
ACS Pro.
ACS Pro. Sorry, you told me I was going to mess it up, and I did mess it up.
I just wanted you to.
So this Brewly's made in Sweden, and it came from Sweden. It came from the homebrewery.co.uk, which with the .co.uk I thought it would be UK, but it turns out actually it's based in Sweden. So the can sealer was 875 British bananas, and then I got stung on import duty as well. I got that lovely message through from DHL saying basically you need to pay 120 quid. We're not going to deliver your stuff. So thank you, Brexit. I paid that. So basically, all in all, it's about 1,000 quid. And then they had the nerve to charge me £20 for the 440mm adapter. Next up, Ed, you complimented it with the Duofiller.
Yeah, correct.
Anyone say
yeah, Duofiller are from Norway. I don't know a huge amount about them yet, but I've seen them in action. They look great. Well, they look brilliant. They nice and quick for filling cans. While it pretty much makes it so you can do it, one person. So filling the beers and then putting them.
Allegedly 1,000 cans an hour.
Really?
Allegedly.
You're going to test
That's what you're going to be doing.
Yeah, right. So yeah, the Duofiller, from the way it seems, you have it mounted on the wall. It'll fill 2 cans at once, but what you can do is you can kind of offset it, so you can while it'll be filling another one while you're canning one, and then constant ongoing cycle.
Your production line.
Yeah.
So I treated myself to a tilt hydrometer. Basically, I got nothing from my parents for Christmas, so I was disappointed and went and healed myself on the Malt Miller website for £150. So the tilt hydrometer, that's going to enable me to keep an eye on gravity from home, and it's Bluetooth. It's not Wi-Fi, is it? Yeah. So it's Bluetooth. So we need to set it up with some kind of device that can relay what's going on inside the fermenter. Yeah, keep here like an old iPhone or an iPad or something like that. So that's going to enable me to check on the gravity and also the temperature inside ye olde fermenter. So that's quite exciting.
Yeah, definitely.
And last of all, we have I've stepped up the Inkbird. So I've got a Wi-Fi Inkbird, thanks to Eddie Boy here, the ball man that keeps on giving.
I've got it on a discount. So
what? Again, so I can change the fermentation temperature from home. How much was the Duofiller?
Yeah, the Duofiller RRP in the UK is 440 English pounds. Yeah, that was Malt Miller.
Yeah, and the tilt hydrometer, also from Malt Miller, was £150. So let's dive in and take a look at some of these things inside the box. So tilt hydrometer first up. What have we got in? Okay, looks like a test tube. So I downloaded the app Tilt 2.
/war.
So I downloaded that, as I said. We've actually just brewed a double IPA. So this bad boy is going to be deployed immediately.
It obviously comes out there. That's just the little...
We'll talk about this a bit more in future videos, but David Heath has done a very in-depth comparison between this and the other one. Ice Spindle, is it?
Yeah, that's it, yeah.
And I think there's another one as well, but he's done a long review. He doesn't say which one he prefers, but I guess we'll see. I know that the tilt is quite expensive, isn't it? 150 quid's expensive.
Yeah, Ice Spindle is considerably cheaper, isn't it?
Yeah. So yeah, you'll see this on one of our Brew Day videos very soon. What's next?
I mean, it comes in a really nice looking box. That's what I like. I doubt the Ice Spindle does.
No, that's true.
Look at that.
I mean, look at that box.
I mean, I've already got one of these, so... And I can't open this either.
Well, the fact that now I've got two, I can use one for on the actual mash, can't I?
Yeah.
And then I can just use the Wi-Fi one on the brew fridge.
Here we go.
I'm sure you guys, well, most of you know what an Inkbird looks like. What have we got next? There you go. That one's quite exciting. Looks like a hockey puck.
Is that it?
Yeah,
That was in that?
20 bananas. Yeah, but you've got to have it, haven't you?
20 bananas for
Yeah, you've
that.
got to have it. You've got to have it, haven't you? We'll probably get one for 330ml cans as well, don't you think?
Yeah.
I think just 330s and 440s is where we're at.
Yeah.
Excellent. Bosh.
Well, I've already sort of told the people everything they need to know.
The
So here we go.
Duofiller.
Couple of pipes.
Do you like pipes?
There's gas and... Yeah, there's two different thicknesses depending on how highly carbonated the beer is, which is quite handy.
Okay.
Add a little bit of resistance to the line. Couple of
Nice
John
welcome
Guest. Couple of John Guest looking fitting. They're not John Guest, but they
Little
look
John,
like John
big
Guest.
fan of the channel.
Little black clip. Little black clip. I'm guessing these are the actual can fillers. Little.
Oh yeah, the rods.
Yeah.
So one that purges with CO2, the other one which delivers the nectar.
Some screws for mounting to the wall, I guess.
I like a few screws.
Oh yeah. Good, yeah. QR code for the user manual. We like that. What a world to live in.
Quite a small box for £440. That's quite exciting.
I mean, oh, okay, different plug adapters.
Oh, there you go.
Handy for going abroad as well.
Yeah, that's for all our continental and American brothers.
Yeah. A lot of wastage there, though, isn't there?
Yeah, there is. Yeah, the plug's quite exciting.
Oh yeah. This is what the people really want to see. This is why we're all here, folks.
Oh, that's quite shiny.
That is shiny. That's stainless, that is. That's stainless, so you know it's good.
Excellent. Like I said, with all this stuff, you're going to see this on brew videos coming up very soon.
Yeah, that feels. I mean, it feels very high quality.
Looks high quality.
Yeah. A little bit of a scratch on there. It's alright. We can live with that. Yeah, lovely.
We were supposed to be canning some of our beers tonight, but Ed arrived so late we haven't been able to get around to do that, unfortunately.
Definitely not true.
So I'll probably see him in a couple of weeks.
It's your unrealistic grasp of time once again.
And that is pot kettle black.
Good. Yep. There's nothing to grab, is there?
I've got something.
Yep. Holy cow.
It is heavy.
I think
it's like 30 kilos.
You definitely got the heaviest side.
I think it's like 30 kilos or so.
Is that all?
Oh yeah. Look at that. Look at that, people. Now that's exciting.
Yeah, it is.
Not gonna lie, I'm quite tired after that. Aren't you?
Just gonna have a lie down and come back.
Yeah, I think
Finish
so.
off the video.
Look at that.
There we go. That one's good. Oh.
So the first things we're going to can on this are a milk stout and a milkshake IPA. And your gamma ray claim.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Well, we'll just call it my pale ale.
Alright. Well, you worried the brewers are going to kick off?
What about Beavertown?
Think they will?
Yeah. Look at the size of it. I mean, first thing that's. I mean, it's a lot bigger than the cannula.
I want to give you a shot of the mechanics underneath just so you can see. I guess appreciate why this thing is the best part of £1,000. They're so shiny when they're new. So there we have it, Brewheads. Hope you got something out of that. We did, mainly a workout, but we're quite excited about putting these things into operation, and you will get to see them soon being demoed on various videos we've got coming up. So thank you for watching, and we'll see you again soon.